One reason to use queries is to find data based on certain criteria. Instead of pulling all of a database's information, they can gather only information you're interested in seeing. This makes it easier to analyze and use your data. Let's take a look at how it's done. This query shows our employees and all of their phone numbers. Let's say we want to make a list that only has work numbers, so we can distribute it to the whole company. We can do this using query criteria. First, we'll go into Design View. Down here, we have a row to enter criteria for our query. Since we only want to see work phone numbers, we'll type the word work into the criteria for the type field. When we click away, Access automatically adds quotation marks for us. Now if we view the datasheet, we can only see work numbers. Since we know that all of the numbers on this list are work numbers, this type field is kind of redundant. We can hide it by going back to the Design View and unchecking its checkbox. Let's save the query. Now that we know how to use text as a query criteria, let's look at an example where we use numbers. This table shows all of the products we sell at our restaurant as well as their prices. Let's make a query that will show only the products that cost less than $2. First, we'll create a new query in the Design View and add the products table to the diagram. Next, we'll add our fields for product name and price. We can use numeric criteria to show only our products under $2. In the criteria row for the price field, we'll type less than 2. Now if we view the datasheet, we'll only see products that cost less than $2. A third type of criteria we can use is date criteria. The orders table keeps a record of every transaction at the restaurant. We can use a query to show only the transactions from today. We'll create a new query in Design View, add the orders table, and select the fields we want to see in the query. Next, we'll enter the formula for today's date in the criteria for the date field. If we view the datasheet, we'll only see today's orders. We can adjust this criteria to show the orders for this week instead of just today. Back in Design View, we'll use the Between function to show all of the records between today's date and 7 days ago, or today minus 7. Back in Datasheet View, we can now see all of the transactions for the past week. Now we know how to use text criteria, numeric criteria, and date criteria in our queries. Using query criteria is a great way to make your data easier to use and understand.